here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And running with power here. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A 93-yard kickoff return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Now Chubb running right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Tighten up.
Throwing again. Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a
Throwing now, Jackson. Jackson on first down. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Check, check. 40's mine. 40's, hey, Zoo.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And this will be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Jackson now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Regular. Point it right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Good. 180.
Let's go. You.
Shot.
Caught left side. It's Beckham. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
Run.
Watch twist.
Regular. Hurry up,
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
We got three. We got
A run for Nick Chubb. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Hey, one alert!
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I got you.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Cleveland offense ready to go, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey, alert 33. My touch.
Play fake. Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Chubb. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here we go. Here we go.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No doubt.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got the first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. They go with Chubb on second down, and he's able to get up here to the 26. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, 40's Mike.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me again?
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go play action. Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. Check 3, check 3. Whip, 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 whip.
They run. Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Over the middle to Beckham. Pass the Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 43 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing on second down. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Check any weapon. Check 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. From just shy of midfield, Jackson, his throw incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Watch the safety crease. Match box. Right.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
50 seconds to mine. I got him.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a throw here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Run.
Back.
Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Caught by Snead over the middle.
Jackson's pass complete to Willie Snead. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson is going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Jackson now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Don't get nervous.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hold try.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take.
And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but now it'll be 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 26-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to give a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point try now for Crosby. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. That'll be a gain of 16. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The Browns take over.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. A win would be their first of the young season. And it's caught. Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
Run.
First and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Damarious Randall. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one.